Mine Coluch. Now, Mike, have we planned any of this tonight?
Nothing was planned.
Can we get an audience member to verify that nothing was planned?
Nothing was planned.
Got it. Can we get a non-improviser to come and join us on stage? Just someone who wants to have a good time.
Oh. Right here.
Come on down. Come on down. Come on down. You're going to get straight into a conversation with Mike Coluch. What's your name? George. George, very nice to meet you. Thank you so much for coming down.
George, Morelli.
This is the panel.
George.
Chairman Joe. And George, we're just going to ask you to have a conversation with Mike. Is there anything that is of interest to you?
Sure. Whoa. When did you start improv?
About 94 in Chicago.
Somehow he got involved with improv. There's a great story there.
So how did you get involved?
I was in Chicago and I heard Second City talk classes and stuff, and so I had been interviewing for advertising jobs, but then I found out all about.
You worked in advertising?
Yes, you know, and so I was. I just signed up for classes, and I was across the street at the bar, the last act from Second City.
What type of bar?
It's just a regular beer bar, but it was a theater bar because it's called the last act, because everybody came there after Second City. So I was there drinking beers, and I was going to catch, I worked for an airline at the time, so I flew for free. And so I was going to fly US Air. So I was going to fly back, but this couple was there from the neighborhood, and they were saying, "Oh, what are you doing in Chicago, blah, blah, blah." I said, "I signed up for classes." "Oh, that's cool." So they were buying me drinks, and I make it a point never to walk out while people were buying me drinks. So I say it was just a bunch of beers, like Guinnesses and stuff. So then I jumped on the L when they were done buying me beers, and I just missed my flight by 5 minutes, so I was going to take the next flight, and then I was in line, I was waiting, and there was one person in, and I said, because it went through Pittsburgh, and I'm like, screw this. I'm going to see if I can get a prep flight in a couple hours to Baltimore. So then I walked away, and everybody, my family knew I had been in Chicago, and so they were waiting for me. And apparently, I got back, and I found out all these people. I heard everybody whispering, "Big ball of fire," and all this. So the plane I was going to be on went headfirst into Pittsburgh, Flight 427, September 8, 1994. And it went straight in, 0 survivors. And the weird thing is my father worked was the chief of the National Transportation Safety Board. Seriously, the Marine Division, the airline. So I get home, I was living with my parents at the time, and they're on the phone with the head of the airline division of NTSB, getting the list of names, because they thought that I was in, because I said I'm coming home in a little while, when I thought I was going to be on 427. And everybody thought I was on, and they were so nice to me for like the next 3 weeks. I could do no wrong. It was awesome. And so then I commuted, because I flew for free. I commuted to Chicago for a year, and I had to go through the same gate. It was F6A at O'Hare, and I never sat in those seats because I knew that every person that was in those seats was dead.
Great question, George. Any other questions from us?
I think he has a question.
Panel?
Can you tell us about any romantic opportunities you might have had while you were in Chicago?
Well, it wasn't actually like real romances, or
maybe potential.
Oh,
The one that got away.
Or Christina.
Oh, the one that got away. You were rocking this interview, George.
Crushing, right? Yes, crushing.
Inside goddess named Christina Galsis, who was in Chicago at the time. Now she's at UCB in New York, and gorgeous. And I was just like on a lower level team at Improv Olympic. and she lived like a block from me. And so whenever I'd go shopping at Jewel Supermarket, I'd walk past her, she lived with her goddamn boyfriend. And they'd always be out walking their oh so cool white Labrador. They'd always be out walking, she's like, oh, I'm so beautiful. And you're doing such a great job. And I'm on a great team at I.O. And anybody that's not sucks. And so I would always see her. Every time I had to go shopping, they were always, I think that's all they did was walk the dog. Like, they would find out my schedule. They were reverse stalking me. That was a big tease to them. And so I got to talk to her. She was just, you know, so beautiful. She was in her breeding prime. And like a Dove commercial. Her skin was so great. And they would always find out my schedule, and then they would go walk the dog whenever I was going to go out. So.
All right, well, I think that's our time. George,